Hello dear students, myself Vinit Kumar Vasisht from Kite Group of Institution Ghaziabad. Today we discuss the topic of solar cell array and solar geometry. So these are the contents basically which one covered in today's lecture, that is photovoltaic energy conversion, PV cell, module, array, tilt angle orientation, PV module technology, sun as source of energy and the solar angles. So basically, photovoltaic energy conversion have 4 points. First one is the a light absorption process which causes a transition in a material from a ground state to an excited state. So the conversion of the excited state into a free negative and free positive charge carrier pair, then a discriminating transport mechanism which basically causes the resulting of negative charge carries to move in the direction and resulting the positive charge carries move into the another direction. So basically these are the combined effect with the an arriving positive charge carrier and they are returning the absorber to the ground state. This is the photovoltaic energy conversion concept. Now come to the topic of PV cell. We basically know that PV cell is absorb the light energy and basically it convert into the electrical energy. In the PV cells we have to use different type of the combination of cells. We have to monocrystalline and polycrystalline silicon solar cells. Each cell basically typically made of the square and rectangular shapes in the dimension of 10 centimeter into 10 centimeter with the thickness of 0.3 mm. Basically these structure of equation is calculated by the Shockley equations, and in the Shockley equation basically we have to find out the current and the modes of the behavior. Now module, the solar cell combinations in a particular square and in connected series or parallel shape is termed as the module. So basically the combination set of the solar cells is termed as the module. In a module basically solar cells in the combination of 36 or 72 types, and basically the connection with the module with different electricity series in parallel through almost modules have a series in connection. So we have to in a focus to how to current follow in the particular series combination and the parallel combination. Now array, basically the combination of modules in a larger scale is known as termed as the array, solar array. So basically the matching is very again important factor, overall factor to the performance of the array. So if we have to perform array well, then the all module shed it, and basically it also combination of the particular set of type of the modules. In this particular phenomena, that is array ranges in power capacity, that is a few hundred watts to few hundred kilowatts. So basically combination of module is considered as a array. As you see in the particular figure, this is solar cell and this is the module. So in module there are several solar cells, and in the array combination we have two different modules. So array comes from the modules and module comes from the cells. So tilt angle orientation and what is the positions of the winter. So basically in the tilt angle orientation, to get the most form position fixed, so photovoltaic we have to design a particular angle when we receive the maximum radiation for the light energy. So tilt angle of an object is and take a necessary role in the particular to receiving the radiation energy or light energy. So in India basically we have to match up with the position around 26 to 28. The Delhi is 27.5 degree orientation is the maximum received radiation throughout the year. In the winter the position of the particular angle is changed, and for an example we have to consider for the New York example, if it is a 40 degree, then the calculation is directly affected by the latitude and the particular angle. So in the horizontal axis position and the particular latitude and longitude, what effect that is in particular calculation of the tilt angle orientation, but mainly the tilt angle orientation for different countries, it varies according to the position of particular which position, graphical region they have to cover. They the angle is directly deviated from the position of the particular country where they lie. So this is the PV module technology. In the PV module technology, we have the different characteristics, that is the open circuit voltage, short circuit voltage, voltage at maximum power, the current at maximum power. So when we analyze a particular type of the PV modules, we have to know about the every factor, electrical factor, mechanical factors, on which we have to perform the task and what type of efficiency we have to gain. So this is the current voltage characteristics and the power voltage characteristics. As we see, that is the current voltage, this is the short circuit current, and this is the open circuit voltage. This is the diagram IV curve for the solar cell. So the basically short circuit current is the maximum current from a solar cell that occurs when the voltage across the device is 0. So basically power from the solar cell showing this particular type of the nature. Now, this is the photosphere conventional zone, radiation zone, that is the core. This is the earth structure. So basically the sun energy is created in the core by fusing hydrogen into helium, and this basically energy is irradiated through the radiative layer, then transmitted by convection through the convective layer, and finally radiated through the photosphere with the part of the sun that we see. So this is the sun as a source of energy, this is the helium, and this is the hydrogen. So basically sun generates energy in its core, and it is process of nuclear fusion, and during nuclear fusion the sun is extremely high pressure and hot temperature cause hydrogen atoms to come apart and their nuclei to fuse or combine. So basically 4 hydrogen nuclei fuse to become a helium atom. So this is the our earth, and this is the sun, and the temperature around sun is 5777 Kelvin, and the radius and dia 1.39 into 10 to the 9 meter in comparison with the 1.27 into 10 to the power 7 meter, and the distance between these 1.459 into 10 to the power 11 meter. So when we consider what is the angle difference in between them, that is a 32 degree. Now solar energy, what is the maximum time and the solar energy reaching to the earth? Basically the radiative energy from the sun actually reaching the earth basically calculated by the area of the sun and the total power. So basically we have to Stephen Boltzmann law, P equals to sigma A T ki power 4. So according to this we have to calculate the total power, and the area of sun is around 4 pi r square or pi by 4 d square, that is calculated around with the radius and the dia. Now we use the distance from the sun to obtain the flux at the earth. We have to area irradiated is 4 pi r square, that is the A we have to define. And when we talk about the insolation, that is the flux in space above the earth, is called the insolation. Calculating the solar constant, the ratio of power to area of the sphere. So this is the position of the earth varying, and the sun is a fixed position, so we have to moving around the sun. So this is the solar constant, and when we talk about this is the position of the solar constant, and basically intensity of the earth is 1370 watt per meter square. This is the earth layer, this is the atmosphere layers. So basically solar radiation incident on the outer atmosphere of the earth, and it is known as the extraterrestrial radiation. And when we talk about the sun reach earth's surface after passing through the earth's atmosphere, that is called the terrestrial radiation. So basically we have 2 types of radiation at the atmosphere level. Is on this level when we talk about the radiation, that is extraterrestrial, and when we talk about when the atmospheric level pass on and the radiation comes to the earth's surface, that is called the terrestrial radiation. Now comes about the different solar geometry angles. Firstly, declination angle. So this is the declination angle. The declination of the sun of the angle between the equator, a line drawn from the center of the earth to the center of the sun. So basically this is the equilateral plane, and the angle made by this, that is the del. So declination angle is represented by del, and if the earth were not tilted its axis of rotation, so declination angle is considered at 0. So at the spring and autumn equinoxes, that is the earth is tilted by 23.45, and the declination angle varies plus or minus this amount, so depend on the position. So this is the March, we consider the spring equinox, and December this is the winter solstice, summer solstice, and that is the autumn equinox. So these are the position in these positions earth moving its around spin around its core axis, and also is moving around the sun. So this is the we have to calculate the light angle of the incoming sunlight. So sunlight directly over to head when directly 0 degree for the equator position. When we talk about the low angle of the incoming sunlight, this is the south pole position. So this is north pole, this is south pole, and this is the equator position. So tropical regions fully dependent on the this particular type of position where we comes from. So this is the winter solstice, generally comes in the December. So basically the tilt of the earth's axis points away from the sun. Basically winter solstice for the northern hemisphere happens on 21 or 22 December. Light from the sun is spread out over a larger area, so that area isn't headed as much. So with fewer daylight hours in winter, there is also less time for the sun to warm the area. So when we talk about it's winter in the northern hemisphere, it's summer in the southern hemisphere. This is the spring equinox, that is the March position. So halfway between the two solstices is termed as the position, and it is called as the direct equinox. So daylight and the night times hours are exactly equal to the equinox. So spring equinox happens generally around the March 21 or 22 in the northern hemisphere. So basically when we talk about these type of solstices, we have to definite the particular type of a fixed position. So what reason we have, so we have considered northern hemisphere or southern hemisphere as a reference level. That is the summer solstice, that is the north pole is tilted around the sun, and the sun rays strike the northern hemisphere, so it is considered as summer solstice. So at a summer solstice is considered maximum of the peak level around June 21 or June 22. This is the autumn equinox, that is the September. So in this particular sun rays shine most directly into the equator, so it is called equinox. So daylight and night time hours are exactly equal on an equinox. So the autumnal equinox happens on the September 22 in the northern hemisphere. This is the latitude position, this is the 0 degree equator, this is the 45 degree north, that is the 45 degree south. So this is the north and south poles. So these lines of latitude are called the parallels, and the major distance between the north and south of the called the equator. So latitude is the distance of north and south of the equators. Okay, the equator is the line of 0 degree latitude and starting point with the measuring latitude. So that latitude of north pole is 90 degree north, and the south pole is 90 degree south. So the latitudes is every point in between the sum of the degree north to south from 0 to 90 degrees. So it varies what position you have, so the particular type of the latitude angle should be changed, and it varies around to 0 to 90 degree. So this is the equator plane, this is the equator plane, and this is the northern hemisphere. So this angle is the particular latitude angle. Now comes to the longitude angle. So longitude is the distance east or west or prime meridian. So this is the prime meridian, and this means the half one half of the world is measured in degree of east longitude up to 180 degree. So other half degree is west longitude up to 180 degree. So when we consider 360 degrees, so it basically divided into two categories, 180 degree and 180 degree. So northern to southern we have to consider 180 degree cover up in the particular type of the longitude positions. So this is the zenith angle. When we talk about the altitude angle, then the azimuth angle. So this is the position of north to south. When we comes to the sun radiation, so sun radiation directly indicate the position of the man. We have to consider the azimuth angle is the northern hemisphere with the particular square shaped. Altitude angle is between the main horizontal position to the sun's radiation, and the zenith angle is the vertical position to the sun's position. So this is the basic angles of solars. So this is from my side. Thank you.